And joining me now, Eric Ham, our CTV News U.S. political analyst. Eric, thanks as always for joining us.
It's good to be with you. Thanks for having me.
Okay, this meeting is Tuesday. That's a lifetime away with Donald Trump, isn't it? What do you think we can expect leading up to the meeting and then the meeting itself?
Well, I think we're going to hear from both men who are going to be talking about not only what they want to get out of the meeting, but also making clear what the challenges are, particularly around the issue of trade. And we know Donald Trump has used a lot of false data when talking about the relationship between Canada and the United States. So we're going to continue to hear that. I think it will be incumbent upon the prime minister to actually certainly set the record straight in terms of the relationship, and also find a way to get Donald Trump to move from this false narrative of the relationship, because we know that's how Donald Trump is engaging in very debilitating trade policies with Canada. And so if he can find a way to move Donald Trump away from that, I think that will make for a much more constructive meeting that will take place on Tuesday. If not, then I think we could see a very combustible, perhaps very spirited meeting and, of course, press avail between the two men.
Now, is it stick and carrot for Carney? Just the carrot, just the stick? What would Trump best respond to, do you think?
I think Donald Trump is looking for a relationship that works, but I also think what we're seeing from Donald Trump is Donald Trump wants a subservient relationship with Canada. He wants Canada to be a part of the United States. That's not going to happen, but that's where Donald Trump is. How does Carney move Donald Trump from that position? It's anyone's guess at this point. And also, what we can see in terms of this meeting, this could be a meeting where you have two men playing nice, acting nice, saying all the right things. And then once the meeting is over, Donald Trump goes back to economic warfare against Canada. That certainly is not what we want to say, what the prime minister wants to see either. But clearly, the prime minister needs to be prepared for both in all situations.
And with Trump, do you think we'll see him calling Carney the 51st governor like he did with Trudeau?
He has not done so at this time, and I don't believe that he will. I think there was clearly just a personal animus that Donald Trump had for Justin Trudeau. And I think, at least in terms of the personal relationship between the prime minister and the president, I think it's on a very different, much more amicable footing. And so that certainly will help as well.
And what do you think a realistic outcome is of this meeting?
I think a realistic outcome of this meeting would be the president actually standing down and moving away from these tariffs that he has actually placed on Canada, particularly when it comes to aluminum and steel, and also in terms of what he's looking at in terms of lumber. And we know the Commerce Department is also focusing on tariffs on pharmaceuticals, which would certainly impact Canada as well, considering they ship so many pharmaceutical items to the United States. So if Donald Trump could move away from that, that will certainly, I think, be a boom to both economies, considering that both contracted during the first quarter.
Okay. Eric, thanks as always, sir.
You bet. Thank you.